first phase of the project was organized in the format of a World Cafe. The event was attended by 20 citizens of Sremski Karlovci who discussed the future of Serbia in the European Union and gave their assessments and views in this context. The participants learned about the European Union, its history, and the role of the Schuman Declaration in the creation of the European Union. In the event too, citizens of Sremski Karlovci took an active part in a round table that followed the broadcast of the film showing the signing of the Schuman Declaration in 1950. The discussion focused on the international relations over the 60 years since the signing of the Declaration. During the phase 2 of the project, young citizens learned about the far-reaching impact that Schuman Declaration has had over time. Students discussed the importance of the EU values and learned about the significance of intercultural dialogue as a tool for better understanding of different cultural traditions and heritage within the EU. The first event, Life and Love, poetry recital under the Phase 2 Performing EU, was the introduction to a series of events planned in all three phases of the local trails. The famous local poet Mr. Vladimir Rabchenko was invited to recite his poetry to the citizens in order to promote the significance of solidarity, which is essential for our lives and which is strongly supported as one of the core EU values. The second event, EU Programs Heritage of Schuman's Declaration, gathered 10 local organizations which are active in EU programs, especially Europe for Citizens. Ministry officials and official contact points and their officers from Serbia and Croatia presented the newly established Citizens' Equality, Rights and Values program and provided explanations for organizations willing to prepare projects and participate in this program. Participants were able to see the continuity in program periods, as well as a significant increase in funds intended for the participation of associations and citizens in program activities that support civic activism, development of equality, democracy and civil rights, as well as the promotion of European values. The third event, EU History, History of Peace, Solidarity and Modern Challenges, under the second phase, focused on the importance of remembrance and the legacy of peace dating back to Karlovci Peace Treaty from 1699, when the peace treaty was signed between two empires, Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman Empire. The older and the younger generations, divided into two teams, presented their views of the new challenges that the EU faces, such as migrant crisis, Euroscepticism, economic challenges, and debated new solutions that might be necessary in the future, and how both generations can contribute to resolving the challenges ahead. During the third phase, the participants attended a history lesson in the Chapel of Peace, the very place where the Karlovci Peace Treaty was signed in 1699. A history teacher, Mr. Dejan Đurđev, explained the special significance of the treaty and the fact that this was the first time a round table was used for negotiations. The Chapel of Peace remains a permanent reminder of the importance of negotiation and compromise in order to maintain peace. The event ended with a Renaissance music concert which evoked the past ages and was performed by a Brazilian wind instrument performer and a female soprano.